Hey, welcome to the Fourth Reich. I'm your host, and today we will be talking about Laurence Britt's The 14 Steps to Fascism. I will be referencing these constantly throughout this series. Lawrence's op-ed, Fascism Anyone, is highly inspirational to me and one of the reasons I started this channel. I highly recommend it, and I will put a link in the description. This episode is more of a setup, kind of building the format, put everything in a nice, neat little package. So I'm not going to be going into a ton of detail on stuff today, but we will be covering the basics. Anyway, let's get going. Powerful and continuing nationalism. I mean, do we really got to get into this one? Have you looked around for the last 10 to 20 years? MAGA hats, flags everywhere. Disdain for human rights. I think a good way to look at this would be like, are they reversing rights that were already constitutional? We are past disdain and we are into full attack mode. Identification of enemies as a unifying cause. So we have blacks, Mexicans, gays, liberals, Russians, Chinese, supremacy of the military. Again, I don't think I need to really explain this one too much, plus we will have a full episode about the military later on. Rampant sexism.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
Okay. Controlled mass media. So I actually think Trump was kind of right on this one, but not really at all because he was totally complicit. That's a lot to unpack. Again, a full episode on the media. Obsession with national security. Have you seen some of our borders? And also this is like heavily tied into nationalism and powerful military. So you start to realize a lot of these things are very connected, and that's why we're doing this. Religion and government intertwined. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Supreme Court? Corporate power protected. Yeah. Long live corporations. Labor power suppressed. So again, you're probably seeing the connections. This is directly tied to the last one. We don't have unions anymore. We don't have workers' rights anymore. Corporations have more rights than babies. So, yeah. Disdain for intellectuals and the arts. Do you know DeSantis in Florida signed a bill requiring students and teachers to register their political stance? Ooh, yikes. That's a hot one. Obsession with crime and punishment. So I don't think our politicians are obsessed, not all of them, but civilians do get off on it sometimes. You've seen these people on the internet. They get off on cops. But mainly I think Republicans and Democrats make an absolute killing off private prisons. Both of them, yes, absolutely. Rampant cronyism and corruption. I mean, cronyism and corruption in America? No, get out of here. Fraudulent elections. So this one's tricky. I don't actually think our elections are really that fraudulent yet, but I do think voting is kind of pointless outside of your local people. Vote local. But right now in America, it kind of feels like, which old guy that loves cops do you want to run the country? Anyway, that's the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is kind of the build-up for how the show is going to work. So if you're into this kind of thing, throw me a sub. If you think I'm Antifa scum, again, let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to respond to you. So next week, we're really going to kick this thing off with episode 2, Reproductive Rights. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching The Fourth Reich.